What are the 7 smartest things that I have seen business owners to do in all of my years of business coaching? Kevin Ware, your action business coach, helping you achieve your business dreams. Now, in my last video, I talked about the 7 dumbest things that I have seen business owners do. And today I want to flip the script and talk about what are the 7 smartest things that I have seen business owners do over my 22 plus years of business coaching. Some of these are suggestions that I gave to them during coaching sessions. Others, they came up on their own. The whole idea with all 7 of these is that they executed the strategy brilliantly and it made a huge difference in their business. So let's go ahead and start off. So the first amazing, great strategy that was put in place by a business owner is that they kept an employee with a creative compensation plan. I'll give you the story. Get on a coaching call, my client says, one of my key employees put in her notice and is going to move to another facility that's doing similar work. And I said, why is she doing this? And it's like, well, she can make more money there. But I said, is she going to be passionate about working there, knowing that she was passionate in your business? She goes, well, probably not. And so what we figured out is she really wanted to stay because the work she was doing really gave her a lot of joy and energy. The other place gave her more money, but it would have been a real downer of an environment for her. And she kind of instinctively knew that, but didn't know what else to do. So what this business owner did is put together an amazing package together of both base salary and bonuses, such that if she actually hit the numbers that she was going to hit, she would actually make more money staying in the location than going to the new location. Well, he did a brilliant job of putting that together, got her to stay, and it's been an amazing role now for the past couple of years where this employee has been a huge profit source for this business owner. So that was quite amazing. So number 2 super smart thing I've seen a business owner do is hire a salesperson in a professional services firm. Now this goes back many, many years, and I was at a networking event and I met the salesperson and I said, oh, who do you sell for? And he told me about his accounting firm. I said, wait a minute, you're a salesperson and you're selling for an accounting firm. How many people in this accounting firm? He goes, well, it's just the accountant and a part-time bookkeeper. I'm like, wow, that's outside the box thinking. Sure enough, I got to meet this accountant. This accountant was not your typical accountant. He was very much more of an entrepreneur, and he basically instinctively knew that he needed to hire a salesperson to drive business into his accounting firm. Today, he's got over 25 employees. He's got multiple CPAs in his firm, and he's one of the most successful CPAs I know. Why? Because he immediately knew, even though he's a professional services firm, he had to hire somebody to do sales for him. Very smart. The third smart thing I've seen a business owner do is negotiate a lease to own agreement for an expansion location. So, had a client, and they were growing rapidly and wanted to expand to a second location. Perfect location, great access, great size of the building, but what with the owner wanted just a lease. And so what we started talking about is how do we own that property? Because one of the generalized principles is don't always just lease, figure out a way to own something. So through a whole series of negotiations, she was able to get a 2-year lease where all of her lease payments would go into escrow, and then if they did that successfully, that would transition into an ownership. And so they negotiated went back and forth on this, and it was a win-win for both parties. She now has a location where she actually owns the location, making payments to this former owner. The owner didn't have to deal with all of the issues in a traditional sale of a commercial property. It was brilliant, it worked out well, and now she's got the perfect location number 2 that's going to be able to facilitate her growth for the long term. So negotiating a lease to own agreement for that expansion was brilliant. The 4th smart thing that I have seen business owner do is radically reduce staff members to save the business. And again, this is many years ago, and I was working with this owner of a medical business. And when we did a quick look at how much staff compared to how much revenue is coming in, it was obvious this business owner was way overstaffed. And so sat down with him and I said, hey, this can't keep going. You don't have enough revenue for the staff that you have. You're going to have to let go of staff. And he was really reluctant, and especially since this was late November, early December. And his comment to me was, Kevin, if I let these staff members go, I'm going to ruin Christmas for a lot of families. And I told him, I said, if you don't do that, you're going to ruin every single family member's next year because you won't be able to stay in business. And so he was like, okay, went ahead and cut a lot of staff members, and it was hard. But it actually worked out. He got back financially in the right direction and started taking his business off to the next level. And it was not only smart, it was courageous on his part. And most business owners wouldn't have had that level of courage to make that happen. He did. Smart move. The number 5 smart thing I have seen a business owner do is aggressively use TikTok to grow his business. And this is something this business owner is doing before I ever started coaching him. But he was able to master the TikTok video that would actually get people to start contacting him, because the way he did use TikTok is he demonstrated how he used his business and showed basically behind the curtain to people, this is how this works. And people were fascinated by that, and they wanted a part of it. And so they would aggressively reach out to him, and he's had people fly from Europe to the United States to use his services because they saw that in TikTok. Now he's expanded this whole concept to do a mutual regional video to have other businesses like his be able to benefit from what he's been able to get done on TikTok. Just an amazing job. Number 6 smart thing I've seen a business owner do is hire a less experienced person when the fit was right. Now, in my previous video, we talked about the dumb business owner who hired a person where the fit was wrong, but the experience looked right. Now, it was just the reverse. This was an environmental engineering firm, and she was down to 2 people to hire for a key position in her business. One had a lot of experience and a lot of background, but the fit analysis just wasn't there. The other one was a lot less experience, a lot less academic knowledge and titles, but the fit was almost identical and perfect. And after a discussion, her gut wanted to go with the more experienced person. Got her to go against the gut feel and get that less experienced person, but he fit. Turned out brilliantly. He became an absolute amazing revenue generator for her business, and it was one of those smart moves that I have just amazed at, went against everything that her gut was telling her to go and hire the person who fit right. And then the final one, and this is kind of my favorite story on a smart move by a business owner, was he used a very expensive television as a raffle prize. Now, this goes all the way back to 2003. And back in 2003, flat screen TVs were massive. They were huge monsters. They're not like today that are nice and thin. These are huge monsters, and they're horrifically expensive. And so he ended up getting this television. I can't remember the story how he got the television. He goes, well, what am I going to do with it? And we start brainstorming, and he put it into his lobby where his patients would come in, and he created a raffle and said, if you give me a referral, every referral you give to me, your name will go in for this drawing for this television. Well, it generated something like 60 referrals over about a 3 to 4 month period. And he basically, in essence, about made a 10 times investment on this TV that generated new patients for him. So just an amazing thing. We've done something like that. I've got another business owner who's raffled off Seahawks tickets for every referral he got. And that was also amazing because everybody wants to go to Seahawks games. So again, there's a lot of smart things that business owners do. These are 7 examples of that. It doesn't necessarily mean all 7 of these will directly apply to your business, but so much of great thinking and great decision making is looking outside the box and saying, hey, either I have to do something totally different or I have the courage to do something that most business owners wouldn't have the courage to do. So I would love to help you out. If you need some help on making smart decisions in your business, I want you to click below. There's a bunch of questions that you can answer about what you need help in your business, and then we can talk about it. I'm not here to sell you on anything. I'm here to help you. So fill out the form with the link below. Go out there and make it happen and make your business successful.